Tech is the way. A few months back, I made a video about my favorite technology ETF, and since then, it has been on a monster run looking to continue breaking out to all-time highs. Now in this video, I won't be going over all the details of the fund, but for those interested, I'll leave a link in the description below. In this video, we're going to go over where XLK is on the charts, my predictions for price, and where I would be looking to add more shares, and what I need to see happen in the space. Now before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of the new content. So let's start with where is price, right? Currently, this is pre-market. It looks like we're gonna get a gap open to 183.41, but price is currently at 182.04, and this is an all-time high for XLK. I didn't think that we were gonna get here this fast, but hey, here we are. Back in July, we had ended up coming through and kind of breaching 180. You can see the two wicks that we got there. We kind of rejected, hung out here for a little bit, and finally got the break to the downside to come back and retest. And now, after months of consolidation in this zone, we found some extreme strength, some extreme bullishness to propel us to all-time highs. Now, my price predictions are kind of unclear at the moment. We kind of got the green light from a lot of people in the space saying that, hey, they're done raising interest rates. But when you look around, there are still some glaring faults in the economy. So it's kind of hard to say exactly how high we're going to go. But for now, we are going to enjoy the fact that we aren't at all-time highs. I would like to see us run a little higher, come back, and possibly retest and show us that 180 is actually going to hold. Because we can break from this spot right here and instantly come back, test 180, reject it, and continue working our way back down to 175, and eventually working our way back down to some of the support that's been held for the last few months. So if I am looking to add shares right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm definitely not buying shares at this price at 182. Not at the moment, not unless it shows me that it wants to hold here. If I want to take some of my capital and start investing here, that might be one of the things I might do. Maybe take half of whatever I wanted to invest and maybe just buy some shares so I continue to dollar cost average. When I made that video a couple months back about XLK, that was actually when I had just recently started my position. I probably started it maybe a month or two before that, and in that video, I was kind of explaining my conviction and why I felt like this is the absolute best technology ETF. Way better than the QQQ. It has outperformed it, and it also has a longer track record. But like I said, I wouldn't be looking for price at 180. I'd like to see if it can come back down to the 175s, possibly down here, and holding some support around 172. I would definitely be looking to add some shares. Like I said, I'm not gonna throw the farm at XLK right now as it's running into all-time highs. I want to wait and see if I can get some kind of pullback, right? Some kind of pullback coming back and showing me some structure here. This is a straight run. We don't know what's gonna happen. But you've got to imagine, you've got gaps at 167, you've got gaps at 179. It looks like we're gonna get another gap today. So you've got to imagine that some of these gaps will probably end up getting filled. Not that they always get filled, but they usually do in the stock market. So why has it been moving towards all-time highs? Well, we've got to go and look at a stock like Microsoft. Microsoft is running into all-time highs. It has been running since September, October, the end of September, beginning of October. It has just been going on an absolute run. Then we have Nvidia, one of the hottest stocks this year. It found some support at that 406 level. That's a spot that it has supported and rejected multiple times. Finally found some strength, and it looks like it has finally closed above 495, and it looks like we're running into 500. I can actually expect Nvidia to probably, I don't know if it's going to finish the year off at 600, but I can definitely see it running towards 600 and making a move up that high. Call me crazy, but that's just what I see. Apple is another stock. It finally found some strength after breaking down, after having that huge run all year. It's finally starting to pick back up, found some support around the 166, 69 zone. So around that 170 price range, it finally found some support and continues to run. So all of these things have contributed to why XLK has been able to run. And Meta is currently running as well, approaching its all-time highs, trying to get back up into that $350 price zone. So let's see if it can continue to break that and move into the 350s, 380 zone. XLK will probably continue to hold up and do well for the rest of this year. So anyways, that's where I see price. That's where I see a lot of this stuff going. XLK is still definitely on my radar. I just am not as willing to just throw money at it at this part of the game. I was really interested in it I was really interested in it earlier in the year when I was buying shares around 147. I was buying shares at 156. At the pullback 165, I was buying shares in this little zone there. And as it continues to kind of fluctuate in that 165 zone, that was where I was buying. That is actually currently, I think 161 is my cost basis on this. So, you know, it's not that I want to always buy underneath my cost basis, but I do want to see market show me some structure. Again, if you're dollar cost averaging into this, I wouldn't be opposed. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to buy week in and week out, and eventually price is going to solve itself. But anyways, if you made it this far in the video, I hope you got some value from it, and be sure to check out thebestdividendcalculator.com to start putting together your plan to build wealth. As always, thank you for watching, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more financial content. It's your favorite investor, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.